This is from a short film I made last year dedicated to my first car. And today I'm going to show you how I color graded it in DaVinci Resolve using Dehancer Pro, which is a powerful film emulation plugin that allows you to toggle on all the features to get a gritty film look, or just use the color features to get nice filmic colors out of it, just like me. And at the end of the video, if you're interested in purchasing a monthly, annual, or lifetime Dehancer plan, use promo code Victor to get 10% off at the checkout. All right, so we're in DaVinci Resolve. We have the clip that we want to color grade. First, we're gonna go to the bottom and just click the color tab. Next, hold Option and press S 3 times. This is going to create 4 individual nodes. In DaVinci Resolve, nodes are essentially like layers for color grading. I'm just gonna condense these a little bit, put them over here. Then in the top right, I'm just gonna click the Effects tab and scroll all the way down. And I'm gonna drag and drop Dehancer Pro to this 3rd node. Click that. And at the top where it says source, it says Rec 709 by default, but we're going to go down to choose camera. Now I can input my camera information. So I shot this on a Sony FX3 and I shot an S-Log3 sgamut3.cine. So now we're done with the input section. Let's scroll down, and the first thing is going to be your film stock. By default, it's going to be enabled, and you can choose over 60 different film stock options. But for my updated workflow, I'm actually just going to toggle this off. And what it's going to do, it's just going to give you a nice Rec 709 look. So here's without Dehancer, which was just my flat log footage. And now here's with Dehancer after I input my camera info and leave the film stock off. Next, scroll down, and for Film Developer, we'll enable it, and for the color boost, we're gonna boost it a tad just to bring a little bit more saturation in there. Scroll down a little bit and click Film Compression. Enable that, and what it's gonna do is, if you look at my highlights, which is like these super bright parts like the skyline, with it disabled, you can tell that it's pretty bright. However, let's just enable it, and it's almost like a little highlight recovery tool. Next, we're gonna scroll down. We can skip expand, and we're gonna go down to print. So you have a couple different film profiles, but my favorite one is Fujifilm 3513. Next, we're gonna scroll down to color head, and you can enable that, and now you can adjust your shadow tone, mid-tones, highlights, and more. Let's just reset those real quick, but we are gonna make the shadows just a tad warmer. Okay, scroll down, and by default, film grain, this will be enabled, but we're just gonna disable that. And you have a bunch of other options on Dehancer like halation, bloom, film damage, film breathe, gate weave, overscan, vignette. Vignette I'm actually going to enable because I really want the focus to be on me and my car for this clip. Check your output, which this is basically the intensity of the look. I always leave this at 100. If you like the look a lot, you can generate a LUT out of it. And you can also control the quality. Now, normal fast is going to be less intense on your computer, but if you want the highest quality, you can do high slow, which just means it's just going to take longer to render. I stick to normal fast and I haven't had any issues. And now we're done with Dehancer. We're just going to make some minor adjustments in the other nodes. So click this first node, and then in this corner, just click this little circle. So now you can have your color wheels. In the bottom left, I'm just going to drop my highlights a tad, and I'm gonna boost my shadows up a bit. Next, where it says temp, I'm just going to warm that up just a little bit. And where it says lift, this color wheel, which is the shadows, we're gonna click the little dot in the center, and we're just gonna drag slightly to the left to make the shadows just a bit warmer. There we go. We're done with the first node. So we're gonna click this second node, and we're gonna click this little dropper icon. And with your mouse, use the scroll wheel to kind of zoom in, where we're going to just click my skin. So we're just going to select the skin tones. And now we're going to hit this little highlight tool to make sure that we're only selecting my skin. Use the hue, saturation, and luminance to adjust it. So again, it's only going to be focused on the skin as much as you can. There we go. Now we're going to click this little wheel, and I'm just going to make my skin temp a bit warmer, and I'm going to drop the highlights on it just a tad. Looking good so far. Lastly, we're going to click the 4th node, and in the effects tab, we're going to search blur, and we're going to get a radial blur. Click and drag it onto your 4th node. Next, click this little windows tab, and we're going to click the circle to add a mask. And I'm going to adjust the size of the mask a little bit so I'm within it, and my car as well. Now inside the mask, the effect is activated. So what we'll do is we're going to click this little invert button, and now the radial blur is only going to be on the edges. It's not going to affect anything inside the mask. Click the little pink dot to kind of make the fall off just a little bit smoother. And in the right, we're just gonna adjust the strength of the radial blur. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit so it's kind of more subtle. And now our clip is done. We have a nice looking color graded image using Dehancer Pro and a couple free tools in DaVinci Resolve. Alright everyone, so that is my color grading workflow in DaVinci Resolve using Dehancer Pro. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. A huge thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.